Welcome back to a new replay cast. Today we're going to be having a look at a game played between VortiX and GunGFuBanDa. Now, for everyone wondering, wait, is this 2012? No, it's not, but VortiX is indeed back. At least he played one or two qualifiers, which was quite cool to see. And I got the replays, so I'm kind of excited to see him play, honestly. For people who don't know, VortiX was an extremely good Zerg player. At the end of 2012 and all the way through Heart of the Swarm, he was probably the best foreign Zerg, even though he never really won anything big, I feel like. Like, he won tournaments, but he never really made a massive splash anywhere, at least in my mind. I feel like he was always one of the most underrated players that consistently performed well. Very aggressive always, very... He reminded me a bit of the European version of Live. Perhaps a little bit more macro focused, but a lot of pressure, a lot of links, just running around, early link stuff. He didn't mind link flooding. And I'm curious to see how he does now. I know that right now he's playing Warcraft 3 quite a bit, and I believe he is the second best player in Europe in Warcraft 3. And I don't think he actually practiced any StarCraft at all. But he's going to be going up against GunGFuBanDa here, who is... a pretty solid 6.5, 6.6k European Protoss player. Gets a cybernetic score in the wall, of course. We see VortiX just opening up with a standard 16 hatch, 18 gas, 17 pool. So just extremely standard, honestly. Nothing too weird going on here. He has a drone going down. Will he pull out of gas or will he keep mining? I feel like VortiX is the type of guy that just keeps mining, gets the speed as fast as possible. He wants to get the speed on those links, and then maybe he can start making plays. 2 links start immediately the moment the hatchery finishes. We have a Void Rain Overlord on the way. As we see GunGFuBanDa, Mr. GuannaBanana, open up just with a straight adept. No warp gate, so most likely he's going to be going into a Stargate follow-up here. Why is he rallying? What? That was the weirdest rally I've seen in my life. Ah, okay, he probably rallied both the natural and the main at the same time. To this location for the Stargate, we have Adept, into Warp Gate starting here. Then Probe should start the moment this Nexus finishes. Is there any links on the map? Only 2, so a pair of links so far. One link is going to try to go around maybe to get into the main base, but I don't think that really should work. 2 more links are on the way here, of course, just in case that Shade does end up finishing either in the main or the natural. You want to have at least 3 links to be able to deal with that. Queen is gonna push away this Adept temporarily. Is this a finish? No way, right? Yeah, no way. Adept does not finish up, and VortiX gonna be pretty happy about it. There was only 1 link in position. Might have lost 1 or 2 drones there. Oracle gets boosted out. Now it's only double adept into a second gateway. No third gateway unit yet, which means this Overlord is going to be getting a free scout on that it's indeed going to be a Stargate. Is there any spores on the way yet? No spores on the way yet. Here we go. 334. I believe that's fine. Spores build insanely fast, of course. So usually we'll be able to get those up. Spore in the natural as well, which is a little bit odd. A lot of the time what we see these days is where we see 3 queens in the natural, and then they kind of chase the Oracle around. And then a spore in the main, spore in the third, and then later on you get the spore in the natural. But not as fast as this. Of course it is possible. This allows you to move on the map a bit faster with your 2 extra queens. So you can start mining from your third faster. I love this movement by GunGFuBanDa here. He's going to be able to get at least 1 drone here, because this is a bad location to enter. He's going to get 2 drones, but takes a lot of hull damage as well. There's no spore here. VortiX is not in position. If GunGFuBanDa was paying attention here, he could have gotten 2-3 drones extra. Still going to be able to get at least 2 drones. Ooh, bad micro with that Oracle there. He's going to be able to get another... Oh my god, he's not paying attention at all. This should have been a 7-8 kill... Oracle. Of course, there's something happening on this side of the map. 2 adepts making their way across the map. Nexus still not down, no gases either. What is this build order? 3-gate adept? This build seems terrible. I have no clue what this is. A bunch of links being built are going to try to deny this Nexus another time. 2 adepts make their way into the natural as well. Roach Warren is done. And we see a second and a third gas going up, as well as a layer. Okay. VortiX is losing me at this point, because the gases and the roach horn indicate that this is a roach queen push, but then the layer and the extra drones, I think he wanted the queen push, and then once he got spotted by the 2 adepts, he was like, I guess I'll just build a layer and not attack. Let's see if GunGFuBanDa is going to overreact as a result. He's getting a battery, Zealot Sentry. Seems like he's not really overreacting at all. Probably realizing that there's no way that Vortex is going to go through with this after he's been spotted. And very good start here for GunGFuBanDa, killing 6 workers. The only problem is his third base is insanely late. But as Vortex is almost no drones, and a lot of those drones are mining gas. I'm really digging GunGFuBanDa's position here. 4 more workers go down. Good micro by GunGFuBanDa. Vortex absolutely not in position with any of his queens. Not even a creep tumor connecting the natural with the main yet. So, yeah, just a really rough position right now for Vortex. Down 4 workers against an unleashed GunGFuBanDa. What do you have here? Blink and +1. GunGFuBanDa plays such an odd style. It's gonna be able to pick up a queen here, which is nice. 1 queen falls. 2nd queen won't fall as there's a couple of transfuses available. Massive stasis ward on this 3rd base. I think, honestly, that this game is kind of over if I look at the situation now. I mean, GunGFu is up 10 supply against someone playing 67 drone roach. The creep threat isn't brilliant. Map vision is pretty okay, so Vortex will be able to see any type of move out. The gas mining starts pretty late here for GunGFu as well, but oh boy, he's gonna have one hell of a push here, honestly. The problem sometimes with the Robo Bay is that even though it allows for more consistent aggression, it doesn't feel like you have the same power spikes as you do have when you play Storm. Like when you play Storm, once Storm finishes, like it's a massive power spike where you're almost always going to be able to do something, you know, just walk on the map, kill some stuff. But with Colossi, it's not as big a power spike. It's just more added consistent damage to your army. Ooh, we see 10 Ravagers. So this is going to be a Roach Ravager push. As we see no extra drones being produced. No 4th base for GunGFuBanDa either yet. This is, quite frankly, one of the oddest games I've seen in a long time. I just don't understand what's happening at all. I mean, this just gets... There's 3 Oracles. This is a terrible plan. The Ravagers get like 2-shot by 3 Oracles basically. Or 3-shot, I guess. There's a couple of queens to prevent that. 3-4 batteries are gonna go down. There's no Colossi yet, 8 minutes in. I mean, with a super battery here, this GunGFu is being a little bit too aggressive. It's gonna end up losing a lot of his sentries actually. This Colossi might walk into some Ravagers. Well, good trade so far coming out of Vortex, who is doing a surprising amount of damage here. His battery, super battery, has been activated. I guess it died already. I didn't see it. Bad Prism Micro coming out of GunGFu as well. 1 Colossi still alive in the back. And now these 3 Oracles, yeah, are just gonna go absolutely blast these. He should chase. All of these Ravagers should die. All 4 of them, you see, bang, bang. 2. Yeah, it's 3-shotting. It's or 3 volleying. He's not targeting properly though, so 3 Ravagers will make it back home. There's a couple extra drones on the way. Infestation Pit as well. +2 more Ravagers. For how bad of an army Vortex had, he controlled that extremely well. And take a little sloppy control coming out of GunGFu as well. He added a Disruptor, which I don't mind. Ooh. Now this I like. This is something we haven't seen in a long time. Freaking Burrowing Claws. Or what's it called? Glial Recons... No, wait, that's speed. Tunneling Claws, there we go. It's gonna allow him to... move underground with the roaches, of course, and go into locations unspotted. Now, there is more Colossi on the way. There's a bunch of cannons everywhere, except the main and the natural. Single cannon at the 4th base is not quite it either. There's an observer with this army, and there's a disruptor out already, which can, of course, hit units underground. I mean, what is the... There's no follow-up plan here for Vortex, is there? His plan is to hopefully do a lot of damage with his burrowed roaches and then from there on out, maybe try to get into some kind of late game tech. I can't see Brood Lords from this though. I mean, you have no anti-air whatsoever with this army. Roach tunneling claws into Brood Lords is not a thing. Here go the roaches. Here goes the squad. No, here doesn't go the squad. He's afraid to move, and I understand why. I mean, if he moves out, then he might just die, you know? Like, even now he might just die. There's only 2 Colossi with this, though. Not that many sentries either. And Tunneling Claw is actually going to be quite useful here to dodge those force fields. And I feel like the Ravagers are fine. A couple of Biles coming down. Killed Prism there. I feel like this is... Okay, loses the Disruptor as well. The micro by GunGFuBanDa has not been great. Force added run by into the forward base of VortiX. Pulls away his drones, loses a couple. Gives GunGFuBanDa the up. Man, Vortex is so ballsy. He's like, I think I have this. Sends away like 16 roaches across the map. I'm not sure if Vortex actually has this. There's still 2 Zealots in his forward base as well. A couple of good battles. He's at least stalling a lot. And oh, here come the roaches. Not being spotted by GunGFuBanDa. Are being spotted by me though. 13 drones have already gone down, mainly with the Zealot run by. Another Zealot run by into the 5th. Now walking into the forward base. Bunch of probes are going down right now, but battery and cannoning the natural helping out a ton. Dark Shrine being built. 13 probes have already gone down. Don't understand this probe pool. 66 workers against 61 at the moment. 3 Vipers are being built. Disruptor of course can't hit units that are in statement. This game is wild. Freaking Vortex, man. He's playing still like his Wings of Liberty. Tunneling Claws, Mass Roach. Add a couple of Ravagers. Boom! Goes to Stasis Ward as he catches 7-8 roaches. More like 10 roaches, actually. 9 roaches. And as the dust settles, I believe Vortex is still in a very poor position here. 66 workers. Equal workers against the GunGFuBanDa, who's up 20 supply, is going to be up 30 supply right now. We have 6-7 Zealots once again heading into that forward base. Creep spread practically non-existent. The only way I see Vortex win this is if he takes the fight of a lifetime and just grabs every single unit with these Vipers. I don't think that's going to happen. There's no Templar Archives here yet. 5th base is on the way. 4th base is not going to fall here for Vortex, who walks into the 17th stasis of this game. These oracles have been worth their weight in gold, by the way. Killed so many workers. How many kills between them? Actually only 16. I think 2 or 3 of those are Ravagers as well. Of course, definitely worth it. And all the stasis wards have bought GunGfu so much time. Here go a couple of good abducts. Oh my god, all of the big units are being pulled in. Disruptor shot's going to hit big though. But this trade actually was semi-okay. Should not be sacrificing the Vipers here, as they could still... Oh my god, are you joking? Vortex really needs to change his graphic settings if he wants to be competitive again, because he can just walk into every single stasis. Of course, they do have a little shimmer, a glimmer on the map.
Mineral cluster expended.
Good timing there by GunGFuBanDa and killing a bunch of roaches. Still 3 oracles. I mean, this... The thing is, if you don't have any splash, Mash Roach actually is very, very good. If you don't have splash or immortals. And really at this point, there's a single immortal, a couple of disruptors, but all of these are easily abductable. So, I know this sounds dumb. And it is dumb. And it's probably not gonna happen, but... If GunGfu keeps being so aggressive and he takes a really bad fight where his splash doesn't connect, it is completely possible that he loses this game against this massive pure roach army. Another disruptor gets taken, 2 disruptors getting taken down. And now all of a sudden, this is what I mean. No force fields, no immortals. The problem is Vortex chasing off creep is going to be pretty rough. 11 workers went down, bunch of DTs doing so much damage. Once again, Vortex just absolutely getting slaughtered by harass. Overseer transform here. This game is... I don't know. It feels like an old game. Like I'm watching... Like I said, like Heart of the Swarm. Good blink in here by GunGFuBanDa. Gets that hatchery and pisses off. He's like, alright, that was good. I think it's good enough as well, right? Supply is still very even though. He needs to get Storm or just loads of Immortals. A couple of Burrowed Roaches and Burrowed Ravager tried to sneak in there as well. Sadly the Ravager can move underground. He found out a little bit too late. Got stuck in between a battery and a cannon. 2 workers fall. I don't understand this aggressive stance here by GunGfu. If it's just Stalkers I understand because you can easily blink back, but I mean, why would he be here with any important units? Like, he's up so much. All he needs to do is just get the Storm and literally win the game. I mean, like I said, he's probably still gonna win the game, but he's making a big move command there. Nah, there's no way. Vortex just can't move across the map either. There's still these 3 oracles, right? They just activate the oracles and... No? Oracles not being activated. Okay, here they come. Still not being activated. A little bit of a move command there coming out of Vortex. Yeah, these Ravagers are absolutely gonna go down. Good Biles with super battery in combination with these oracles. Going absolutely bananas. The amount of money that's still left on the side of GunGFuBanDa. I do believe that this is going to be it. As GunGFuBanDa pulls way further ahead in supply. He's up a base. He's up 12 workers. He's been up an upgrade as well during that last fight. Missile attacks +3 hadn't finished yet for Vortex. Well, +3 did finish here for GunGfu. Mothership is in. Still not a single Templar in this army, which is incomprehensible for me. I do not understand that whatsoever. Is he just going to recall in his opponent's main base? Is that the play? I think GunGFuBanDa is just styling on his opponent, getting Shadow Stride. Yeah, he's just trolling at this point. He is just trolling at this point. I can't believe he's doing that in a WCS qualifier. Or I guess the DreamHack Masters qualifier it's called now. He's actually gonna recall into his opponent's base. There's a couple of Templar here. Gets the feedback. I'm afraid that he doesn't even get the recall off here. GunGFuBanDa. Recall? There we go. Once Vortex sees this, he has to leave, no? Hey, there's nothing left for him. Still fighting strong, still going strong, but DT's being warped in. There's no Overseer with this army. GG gets called, and GunGFuBanDa wins this game. I mean, it was a game, but a very special one, that's for sure. If you did enjoy this, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit that thumbs up button, and I thank you all so much for watching. See you all next time. Bye bye.